Better Memphis.
Hey, we're back.
And joining us today on A Better Memphis is Sarah Brazil, the Executive Director of the Mid-South Chapter of the American Red Cross.
Indeed. Thank you so much, Sarah, for being here today. So there's a critical and ongoing need for blood donations right here in the Mid-South and all throughout the United States. Help us understand why it's so important to avoid blood shortages.
Absolutely. So what we see in the summer months is that there is less blood and typically more of a need for blood, right? So people who may give blood are vacationing, and so they're not giving blood. And then we typically see more car accidents in the summer with travel on the roads, which means we need more blood.
Yeah.
We also see less blood because with summer comes summer storms. Also, hurricane season just kicked off June 1st, which means that if and when we have hurricanes, right, that's going to put a stop to some of the blood drops happening around the southeast, which is going to affect the blood supply.
Okay. And I think I read that about 29,000 units of red blood cells are needed every day in the U.S. Are there specific blood types that are in higher demand, and if so, why?
So we need all blood, right? I'll say first,
Okay.
all blood is good blood, right? But O positive is actually the most transfused blood type, but O negative is actually the universal blood type.
Okay.
So anybody can receive O negative. If you go in the hospital with an emergency and there's not time to type you, they give you O negative. However, we need all blood, right? Because our patients who need blood are diverse, which means that we need to make sure that our blood supply is also diverse.
That makes a lot of sense. So plasma donations are not often discussed. What impact does this have on patients? Are there certain types of plasma that you have a special lookout for?
Really, again, it's kind of the same thing as blood, right? Like all plasma is good plasma, and you can give plasma more often than you can give blood, which makes it a little more, it's easier to make an impact, right? It's quicker and easier to make an impact.
Okay. And it's really interesting too. I thought this was kind of touching. It touched me. Is that one person giving blood can help more than one person for sure. Several people. So if someone wants to donate, what information do they need to know, and what should they do?
Absolutely. So it's really easy if you want to donate. You can make an appointment online at redcross.org or by calling 1-800-RED-CROSS. In there you can also, it also shows you about your eligibility, right? It talks about weight restrictions. It encourages you in what to eat, what to drink the night before to make sure that you feel good enough to give blood. So it talks about eligibility as well, but it's super simple, and you know, the actual process of giving blood only takes about 8 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
So it goes in, it comes out,
But
and
it
you're
can
done.
do so much.
It can save more than one life, absolutely.
It's remarkable. Only 3% of us Americans who are eligible to donate blood actually do it annually. So what do you say to people who might have reservations about doing it?
I understand it can be scary and intimidating, but it's not that bad. Give it a try, roll up your sleeve, and by doing it, you know, there's no financial commitment involved. All it takes is a little bit of your time to save a life. And think about it as, we all know somebody who's probably needed blood at some point in their lives. And if your loved one walked into the hospital and that blood wasn't available, that would be devastating.
It would be.
And so, and that might be the case for somebody that we know and love, you know, soon. And so the impact of rolling up your sleeve and giving blood is so much more meaningful than that little prick you're gonna get for 1 second.
All right, very good. Again, this is the Red Cross website, rather, says blood donors who are Black play a critical role in helping sickle cell disease patients receive the most compatible blood match. Donors needed to meet this urgent need. How big is the need here in the Mid-South?
Yeah, so actually here in the Mid-South, we have more individuals with sickle cell compared to the national average. And again, right, diverse population here in Memphis, so we need diverse donors, blood donors who are giving blood. And June 19th is Juneteenth, but it's also World Sickle Cell Day. So what a great opportunity to get out there and give blood that week. We have a blood drive at our local chapter every Tuesday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
All right. Well, again, Sarah Brazil with the Mid-South chapter of the American Red Cross. Thanks so much for coming in today and sharing this information with our
Thank you for
viewers.
having
Really
me.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
I think Ron Childers is about to say that it's going to be hot the next
And
time
humid.
you have a blood drive.
And humid.
Is that right, Ron Childers?